What's going on, guys? Welcome to GBALL Vision. Today we are talking about the Remette Handfeel. We are going to be doing an in-depth overview of this guy today. This was sent to me by Remette Knives for review and testing type purposes. And so far, guys, it has been an excellent budget-ended EDC knife. I have two small minor nitpicks. One being the branding on the pocket clip. I could really do without that. And no chamfer on the liner. I wish there was a chamfer on the liner. It would have just made an already great budget knife even better. Those two things would have sealed the deal on this. It would be an excellent budget knife. It already is. But that would have moved it up into a top tier, so to speak. I wanted to get those out of the way because those are my only two nitpicks from the time that I unboxed it up until now. Those are the only two things that I could find about this knife that I did not like. I know there are people out there who, they're questioning Remette knives. They might not be a fan of them for whatever reason. And I think that happens a lot with newer companies that are coming up. They're on Amazon and so on and so forth. And they're trying to make a name for themselves. And everybody starts somewhere, guys. I can remember when QSP was just starting, or when Ganzo was, just starting. These companies, they got to get their foot in the door somehow. And one thing that Remette did right away was start asking questions. And that is a perfect scenario for a knife company. When they start asking questions to knife consumers, to the knife community, do you like the knife? Do you not like the knife? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? That sort of thing. They are 5 steps ahead of a lot of companies who had just started out or who have just started out. Instead of waiting and putting a bunch of models out and trying to figure it out without asking anything, they already are covering a bunch of bases. They went with a name change. They're going to start naming their knives instead of just giving them numbers or letters. Those were two very big things with the community. No branding on the knife, on the blade. That's another big thing. Using T8 hardware on the body, on the pivot, body screws, pocket clip screws. Things like that are what make a budget knife, or any knife for that matter, go into the next level, in my opinion. So we'll go ahead and start off the review with a little measure. So you're going to have about 3 1/16 of cutting edge and 3 1/4 total. And then you're coming down to that very corner here, about 7 1/2 overall. So just under being a full-size knife. It's a good size, in my opinion. It's, for an EDC knife, I would say it is a great size. We'll give it a little weigh here. Coming in at 3.55 ounces. So for the ratio, guys, which I am not, this will be a good one for you guys. So let's check the blade stock here. So that's coming down to 109 thousandths. I'm willing to bet it's 109, 110, somewhere in that neighborhood. Let's get a behind the edge. We'll just pick right here. And my calipers are reading 15.5. So that's pretty good. 15 thousandths, somewhere in that neighborhood. While I have these out, just so you guys can get an idea, about 0.5 on the handle. Width at its widest point there on the groove, 0.8. And then the blade is 0.91 tall. So you have a decently tall blade, and it's got a pretty neutral handle. It's got that it's got that nice spear point looking drop point blade. It is coated. The coating is held up very well. It almost has like a sheen to it, like it's black washed. You can kind of see it there in the light. And it's taken wear very good. The thumb studs work perfect. They didn't try to, create or reinvent the wheel. They went with standard step studs. Very well done. Flipper tab works perfect, in my opinion, for the light switch, the push button. All the methods of deployment are very good. The detent is tuned very well for both deployments. It's pretty stout. Not too strong, but it's very, very good. Great access to the liner. Just missing that chamfer. I wish this had a chamfer. It came centered. It is still centered. No lock rock, no lock issues, up, down, side to side, none of that. Your lockup is holding good. Right there, about 30% or so. There we go, right there. About 30%, 35, somewhere in that neighborhood. Good lockup. It's nice and strong. So, G10 is finished very well. Everything's rounded. There's nothing sharp, nothing pointy. Everything's rounded real nice. You have a almost ultra deep carry, pretty much deep carry clip, steel, rollover. They did recess the screws. They recessed the pocket clip. Lots of room in there. I have had no issues getting this in and out of my work pants. It's done very well, and I look forward to what Remette has coming up. And I won't mind seeing, some of their more premium ended knives, which I hope to do very soon. So let's do some comparisons. There's the Kaiser Torngat, and there is the CJRB Pyrite. You can see it's a little bigger than the Pyrite, a little smaller than the Torngat. Let's put it up against one of its brothers, and this was before they went to the new name Remette. This is back when they was QYGMGS, and you can see why people wanted them to change it. You couldn't follow that. That's the GD22K, which is also before they started giving their knives names. That one is quite a bit bigger. Here is the Warney Pyrite. Here is the Echo from CJRB. So you can tell and see that it's right in that neighborhood. Why don't we put it up against this budget-ended guy here, the Elite Tactical Traverse. I'm still trying to learn those names. This is another one that I am testing out. Damn near right on par with that guy there. So it's, it's a mid-size knife, just shy of being, a full-size knife in a sense. a 4-inch blade or an 8-inch overall is going to put you in that full size, quote unquote, in my opinion anyway. We went over pretty much everything, guys. It's very well done. The materials are good to go, in my opinion. And there's one reason why or many reasons, but one of the main reasons that I'm saying how good this really is, because this knife retails for 40 bucks. You can routinely get them for 30 to 35. That is phenomenal. You're getting 9CR 18 MOV, which is a great budget-ended steel. I mean, Sencut uses it. Lots of companies are using it. If it's done right, it's a very good budget-ended steel, especially at the $30 to $40 price point. G10 handle, multiple deployments, a deep carry clip that has recessed screws and pocket clip. I mean, you're getting all that for 35 bucks. If you have any issues with your knife or your knives from Remette, as far as I know, they have very good customer service. They will take care of you if you have some sort of issue going on with your knife. I know they are working on more new models to come. I know Stasa also did a full review on this knife with testing and all that stuff included in the video, and it performed exceptionally well for a $35 knife. You can check that video out if you haven't seen it or you don't believe me. It's a good budget knife, and if you're looking for something that isn't junk, garbage, but you don't want to spend a bunch of money because you're planning on using it for a work knife or you're going to really beat on it, this is somewhere that you want to look at something like this. 30 to 40 bucks, good build quality, good materials, going to do everything you need it to do. It's a good knife, and I am pleasantly surprised with this. I wasn't sure what to expect when talking with them and before I got this, but this really opened my eyes to their company and what they're trying to do. I am really interested in checking out their premium button lock knife. I've heard some good things. I've heard, various things on it. I'm really interested in getting that in hand. So we'll see about that. That'll wrap it up for this one, guys. There is going to be a full review of this guy coming up. If you're still here, thank you. I love you. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button just down below the video. Give the thumbs up. Yeah, right before you head out, give the thumbs up. Come on, give me a thumbie. Right there. Yeah. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Do you have one of these? Are you looking at getting one of these? What do you think about Remette knives? Leave it down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Otherwise, guys, catch you on the next one. Oh, and I just remembered, the action is very good as well. It's on bearings. It's very good action. Great detent, like I said. The action is definitely good to go. That'll do it. Love y'all. Catch you on the next one.